Suspected Boko Haram terrorist ambush a military convoy on the Dikwa-New Marte road in BORNO State, resulting in the death of 2 soldiers, 2 civilian task force commanders, and a son of a village head. Among others, the attack took place last Monday, but information was delayed due to poor telecommunication. Many were injured and some were taken to a hospital in Maiduguri. In another incident, terrorists killed farmers, including a woman in Ashigwa-Shia village, Woza, while a Boko Haram commander claimed responsibility. Senator Mohammed Ali Ndume condemned the renewed attack and called for better military equipment to combat the terrorists. Wow. Another one, we are singing, may the souls of the departed rest in peace. Akume is saying that they should be able to provide proper equipment in order to be able to combat this kind of situation. Mr. Martins, at the point we are right now in Nigeria, the level of insecurity in our country, do we necessarily have to wait for the federal government, like wait to call on the federal government to alert them, to bring to their notice, to inform them that the security personnel need a kind of equipment that will protect them properly in this kind of situation to prevent unnecessary death? Because it could be recalled that they came up to say that we have over 40,000 personnel, security personnel, protecting 2 million Nigerians, and many are, and a lot are still dying. So let me understand, is this what the federal government should wait to be reminded before they can do the needful?
Well, there are 2 ways that we can look at this. The flat answer, binary answer, no. Binary, no. However, in cases like this, the attention is usually on the president, who is one man. But then the president has a cabinet that includes defense council. We have chief of defense staff, chief of army staff, chief of naval staff, chief of other staffs, and we have the central chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, and a lot of other sub-national level divisions of the president's authority as far as security is concerned. It is a shame to Nigeria that in 2024, we're still hearing this Boko Haram stuff at this level. It is a shame. You know why I say so? From 2012, I think 2012 to 2014 were the height of the Boko Haram insurgents in Nigeria. And it pains me particularly because I lost somebody in Abuja in 2014. There was this blast that happened at the motor park in Abuja. I lost somebody. And whenever I hear Boko Haram, I remember I lost somebody. It still pains me. Recruit 50 million youths into the army, and that is something that we heard during campaign promises. So we should not remind the government. See, I say the president is one man and there are subnational levels. But still, there are some things that the president himself campaigned about. Equipping the already existing military should not even be a problem. How many billion has been removed from the coffers of Nigerian excess crude or treasury? I don't know the exact accounts, let me just say treasury, to buy equipment to fight Boko Haram. I think Boko Haram is becoming a lucrative business. Because every time we hear we're fighting Boko Haram, before the 2015 elections, the elections were postponed from February to mid-March, or was it April? When did we even have the elections in 2015? Because of Boko Haram insurgents, the military said they needed 6 weeks to do some actions on Boko Haram, and billions were released. We had the case of Sambo Dasuki. Was that not an arms deal? 2.1 billion US dollars. Was that not arms deal to fight Boko Haram? And in 2024, we're still hearing this guy. This is embarrassing. With the kind of money that Nigeria has released to fight Boko Haram, I should have a gun to protect myself against Boko Haram. The arms should go round. All Nigerians should, but now, if they actually buy these things, all now let me say so that somebody does not misquote me. I'm not saying I want to carry weapons. I'm doing statistical analysis so that somebody does not misquote me. What I'm saying is, if all the funds that has been released to fight Boko Haram was used to buy arms, the arms would have been sufficient for everybody in Nigeria to own one. That's what I'm saying. I should have it done by now. Or it should be that sufficient. We should have more than enough to fight Boko Haram. So if top members of the military are still coming out to clamor for arms, it is embarrassing. It's a shame.
But the question is, if the top military personnel are actually coming out to clamor for this, and then we have the so-called Boko Haram who have the appropriate, the rights, the original, if you should call it that way, equipment to actually carry out their criminal activities. Where are they getting those from that the main official Nigerian securities cannot have it? Where exactly is that coming from? Is it too expensive for the federal government or the state government to purchase?
No, it's not too expensive. If it were too expensive, the billions that came out of the coffers that would make people like me own guns, if they actually buy the gun, would not be the case now. So the expense is not the problem. But like you rightly said, now I'm not being political or anything. I'm not a member of the Labour Party.
Okay.
So let that be cleared. Nigerians, you heard Makulata call me Honorable Martins. That's because I did some honorable things that involved certain political parties.
Okay.
Which is not the Labour Party. But during the 2023 elections, Nigeria as an entity was able to track accounts with which Obedient Movement was gathering funds to support the party, the candidacy of Peter Obi. They were able to track it. During NSAS, Nigeria was able to track the accounts with which NSAS process was being funded. We could do that. How come for the past 15 years we're not able to track the accounts that are funding Boko Haram? Does it not ask some deeper questions? Are they not transacting in Naira? Are they not eating food? Are they not buying the food? Or I don't know if Boko Haram has ever come up to a market to gather all the things in the market. I've not heard anything like that. That Boko Haram attacked the market and gathered foodstuff. That's to say transactions are happening. Foodstuff somehow, they have to eat human beings. Foodstuff somehow is going to Boko Haram camp. If we can track the Obedient Movement and we can track NSAS and we can track all the things that we can track in Nigeria, how come we're not able to track the funding of Boko Haram? Because like you rightly say, the Nigerian government in all this enormity is not able to provide the army with sufficient weapons to fight these people. And these people somehow have access to superior weapons. That's why I say it seems like Boko Haram is becoming a lucrative business in Nigeria. I rest my case.
And you think that they are too, should I say, powerful than the federal government, because they said if insecurity persists in a particular place for a long time, that at least the government should be held responsible. Is it that they are bigger
I'm
than?
trying to remember who made that statement. If insecurity persists, somebody in the government is involved.
So are they too powerful? Are they too powerful?
They are not.
So what is the problem?
Is not too powerful.
And you said something. You said something that you have never heard where they said that Boko Haram got into a market to pack food stuff. That is to say that maybe, allegedly, of course, you are not saying that is happening, that someone could be supplying, food could be supplying, they could be supplying them food somewhere. But if they have a calm, why is it hard?
If we
and again,
if humans must eat, then somehow food needs to be going to the camp or wherever they are. They must be getting access to food because humans must eat.
And again, Miss Honorable Martins, if you could recall that they gave Nigerians a time limit to link SIM, NIN, BVN, and all the N's. So how come they have not been able to track these people? Because of course they do make calls. How come they've not been...
do come out online? The first time I saw Abubakar Shekau, I saw him on social media.
Okay, so why can't they track them? Why can't they track them through the phone calls?
And to shock you, Abubakar Shekau had a meeting, in-person meeting, with then President Goodluck Jonathan.
Oh, wow.
And when he came out, he disappeared into thin air. He could not be tracked for whatever reason. And these people are making calls. It's just a lot. But I was telling somebody either last week or this week, I made bold to say, and I'm saying it here on live TV, if Nigeria wants to tackle Boko Haram, they can do it within 1 month. If the Nigerian entity, the federal government of Nigeria wants to bring Boko Haram to nil, the federal government of Nigeria is way more powerful and has access to powerful allies that will bring Boko Haram down. Something is wrong somewhere in the system that is allowing Boko Haram to keep killing people till 2024. Because think about it now. Check around the world. When Muammar Gaddafi was brought down, how long did it take? A couple of contacts somewhere from here to there. Before you know it, Boko Haram will run out begging. But I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is still being sustained. It seems to be a lucrative business.
Well, I don't know about that. It says a recruiting business.
It seems to be.
Well, we don't know about that. Let's see what happened. And we really sympathize with the family that lost their loved ones. And